Welcome to Celebrity Scoop, your go-to source for the most intriguing stories. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more exciting content. Today, we bear the heavy news of Virginia Giuffre's untimely passing. A valiant figure, Virginia bravely took a stand against some of the most powerful names in society. Her courage was unmatched, her resolve unwavering. Now, with her loss, the fight for justice has lost a formidable warrior. Virginia's courage was a beacon of hope for many, and her loss is a tragic blow to the fight for justice. Virginia Giuffre was not just a name, she was a warrior, a survivor who stood up against the mighty and the unjust. Her battle was one of courage and resilience, a struggle against forces that sought to silence her. Virginia was a beacon of hope, a symbol of fortitude and determination that resonated with countless survivors around the world. Virginia's fight began against Giuffre Epstein, a man of immense power and influence. He was a figure who used his position to exploit and harm. Yet Virginia bravely stepped forward to expose his atrocities. She refused to be another silent victim, choosing instead to shed light on the darkness he cast. Her courage did not stop there. Virginia also took a stand against Prince Andrew, challenging the status quo and shaking the foundations of an institution that seemed untouchable. She was a single voice against a chorus of power and privilege, yet she made her voice heard. Her story echoed through the halls of power, demanding to be acknowledged, refusing to be ignored. Throughout her battle, Virginia showcased her resilience. She faced backlash, criticism, and isolation. She was vilified and abandoned by those who should have protected her. But she did not falter. She did not let the world break her. Instead, she continued to fight, to speak out, to demand justice. Virginia's struggle was not just her own. It was the struggle of countless survivors who were silenced, shamed, and ignored. She became a symbol of hope, a beacon of courage, a testament to the power of speaking out against injustice. She stood tall in the face of adversity, undeterred by the odds stacked against her. Virginia fought relentlessly for truth and justice. Her battle was arduous, marked by trials and tribulations, yet through it all, she remained steadfast, never losing sight of her goal. Her fight was not in vain. She became a symbol of hope for countless survivors, a beacon that illuminates the path towards justice. Virginia Giuffre's name will forever echo as a reminder of her tireless fight against the mighty and the unjust. But as Virginia fought her battles, how did the world respond? Well, let's take a look at the cold, hard truth. As she courageously stood up against the powerful, the world didn't exactly rise to meet her. In fact, it was quite the opposite. The institutions that should have been her safety net, the ones designed to protect and uphold justice, they were nowhere to be found. Instead, they were caught up in a web of their own interests, too entangled to reach out to a woman in need. Virginia's fight was not just against individuals, but against a system that was supposed to protect her, but instead, it turned its back on her. It was a system that was supposed to uphold justice, but instead it prioritized the powerful. It was a system that was supposed to provide support, but instead it left her isolated, fending for herself. Her cries for help echoed in the hallways of power, but they fell on deaf ears. The institutions that were supposed to protect her, they turned a blind eye. The people who were supposed to stand by her, they faded into the background. The media, which was supposed to amplify her voice, instead amplified her pain and her struggle, often focusing on the sensationalism of the story rather than the justice she sought. And what of the individuals who could have made a difference? Those who could have stood up, spoken out, and supported her in her fight? They too were disappointingly silent. Instead of rallying around her, they distanced themselves, choosing the comfort of indifference over the discomfort of confrontation. As the world watched, Virginia was left to fight alone. Her battle was against a system that failed her at every turn, that silenced her voice, and that ultimately left her isolated and abandoned. As Virginia was left to fight alone, the world looked away, failing her when she needed support the most. And that, my friends, is a sobering reflection of the world we live in. A world that should have done better. A world that should have stood by Virginia. Virginia's tragic loss is a wake-up call. It's time to question the system, the institutions, and the powerful who failed her. This isn't about one woman's struggle. It's a reflection of a society that's become complacent, that's turned a blind eye to the injustices happening right under our noses. It's about the untold stories of countless women and girls, silenced by fear, shamed into submission, and left to fight their battles alone. It's about the powerful who use their influence to manipulate, control, and exploit, all while hiding behind the facade of respectability and honor. We need to start asking the difficult questions. Why do we continue to allow the powerful to escape accountability? Why do we dismiss the voices of survivors, choosing instead to protect the reputations of those in power? Why are women and girls repeatedly left to bear the brunt of society's failures? Virginia's fight wasn't just for her. It was for every woman, every girl who has ever been forced to endure the unthinkable. It was a battle cry against a system that protects the powerful and silences the vulnerable. We can't let her fight be in vain. We owe it to her and to all survivors to challenge the status quo, to hold the powerful accountable, and to demand justice. This is our wake-up call. It's time to stand up, to speak out, to refuse to be complicit in a system that consistently fails those it should protect. We need to remember Virginia not just for her tragic end, but for her bravery, her resilience, and her unwavering pursuit of justice. Let her story be a reminder of the battles we still need to fight, of the changes we still need to make, and of the voices we still need to amplify. If you still believe these people stand for justice, you are not paying attention. Wake up. Virginia deserved better. Survivors deserve better. This is not a mere statement. It is a call to action, a plea for justice, a demand for change. The world we live in has failed Virginia and countless others who have dared to speak their truth, to fight against the powerful. We cannot stand by and let this continue. Survivors of sexual abuse, like Virginia, are not just victims. They are warriors, fighting their own battles every day. They are the brave souls who dare to speak out against their tormentors, against a system that often does more to protect the perpetrators than those they harm. They are the unsung heroes, the ones who inspire others to seek justice, to demand better. Yet these warriors often fight their battles alone. They are met with skepticism, ridicule, and worse, silence. They are made to feel like they are the problem, not the ones who hurt them. They are made to feel like their pain, their truth, does not matter. But it does, it matters. The truth matters, justice matters, Virginia's story matters. And it is up to us to ensure that it continues to be told, that her fight does not end with her. We must remember her, we must honor her, we must continue her fight for justice, for truth, for change. We must stand up to the powerful who think they can trample on the rights of the vulnerable with impunity. We must demand that institutions do better, that they protect survivors, not silence them. We must call out those who seek to erase the stories of survivors, to erase their truth, their pain. We cannot let Virginia's story be forgotten. We cannot let her fight be in vain. We cannot let them erase her. We must do better. For Virginia, for all survivors, for all those who dare to speak their truth, to fight their battles, to demand justice. Say her name, tell the truth, don't let them erase her. Virginia Giuffre's story is a reminder of the battles many survivors face every day. It is a sobering testament to the courage it takes to stand against the powerful, against those who wield their influence like a weapon. Virginia's journey was not an easy one, but it was a battle she chose to fight, fueled by an unwavering pursuit of justice. We need to remember that survivors like Virginia are not alone. There are countless others out there, unseen, unheard, fighting their own battles. But they shouldn't have to fight alone. We all have a role to play in supporting survivors, in standing up against the systems that fail them. It's about not turning a blind eye, not letting their stories be erased or forgotten. Justice is not a privilege for the few. It is a right for everyone. And standing up for that right is not just about the big battles. It's about the small acts of courage, the everyday choices we make. It's about lending our voices to those who have been silenced, standing in solidarity with those who have been marginalized. Let's remember Virginia. Let's remember all survivors. Let's continue to fight for the justice they deserve. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. Don't forget to subscribe as we continue to bring you the most compelling stories. Stay aware, stay strong, and stand for justice.